Hello, this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. This video is for Anthony in Missouri. Okay, Anthony, so as you can hear, this is the motor spinning. This is the one that came from your pump, which is right here. This is your pump. This is the first generation, very early style 500 SL 300 SL pump, 129 chassis. So what I want to show you here is that I want to show you the problem with the motor. Well, let me put these back together because I don't know what I have, a crocodile clamp. Alright, so here. Alright, so here's your motor. You can tell it's your motor because of the design and dirt inside. This is a new motor. That's the same one I put into your pump here. But what happens with your motor is that if I'm gonna stop it, as you can see, it's spinning now. See, inside is spinning. So I can stop it basically with my hands. There. And it is completely stopped. I have to help it to start spinning again. That is obviously not right. So I can turn it in and out. And then start spinning again. So there's a problem, definitely a problem with armature or brushes or whatever the case is, but it is not working correctly. You can see I can stop it again and keep going. Now for the comparison, excuse me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in a good motor. That is the brand new motor that fits inside the pump, but it needs modification. It's not a direct fit, but it does work just fine. These are the motors I have in my own pumps. Come on now. I'll grab it in the opening right there. It's one-hand video, so it's very difficult for me to do it. They can shut it down, of course. They can shut down the power, but I don't want to waste time. So anyway, this is the motor that is good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one next to it, because they magnetize with each other. It's gonna create a little bit of an extra force. I don't want to try to stop with my hands because this motor is good and it spins nice and fast, and my hand is gonna just burn itself. So I'm gonna try to stop it with pliers. As you can see, it spun itself. See that? This is a really nice strong motor right here. It spins itself around its own axis, plus it pulls motor next to it. So you see the difference. If I'm gonna try to stop it with my hands right now, I'm gonna just burn my fingers. So this is the motor I put into your pump. This is a really good demonstration just to show the difference between the bad motor and the good motor. So obviously when your pump would work once and twice and then it would just shut down, it would never restart itself because the motor would be not working at all. Alright, so this is the idea behind motors. Just wanted to show you what's the problem. I mean, what was the problem with your pump. So this motor is basically garbage. This is a good one. I have few motors like this left. This is something I bought a while back. Going back to the pump. Now I have limited availability in terms of the testing of the unit. But what I can do is I can show you. Let me boost up the power. By the way, the testing was done at about 3-4 volts. Now I put it up on 12. So we're going to activate the pump. Now the activation is kind of funny because you got all these different connections. You just give it power, but then the door locks, they have these switches inside the actual actuators. So it is not the cleanest test I can do, but at least I can just activate a couple of outputs and inputs, and you can see the motor going forward and backwards. And what I'm gonna do next is, once the motor is activated, the only way for it to shut down, and as if I would just to close down output ports, because if I will not, then there will be no back pressure. If there is no back pressure or there is no vacuum, the motor will never shut down. The switch inside will not let it shut down. It's going to continue running, and basically just gonna time itself out, and it will shut down, but it will also shut down the whole assembly. So you'll have to unplug the battery, plug it back in, and it will work for a few times, and then it will shut it down again because there is a leak. These pumps, they have timers. If the timer sets down at about 15 seconds and micro switches inside actuators do not engage, then pump shuts down. There is a micro switch with the pressure. It's hard for me to show you this one because this is not very fortunate design. I can't really just pull it out easily. It's just like it's gonna come out with the motor, so I'm gonna leave it to that. Just take my word for it. If you don't, then it's on you. Anyway, but that's how it works. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate, we're gonna shut down. As you can see, it activates. It's still working, just to show you that there is something going on. You see this piece of paper towel flying away. Now I have to really shut it down, because if I want, buddy, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. Come on, it's hot. Come on, 385 Celsius. This is Evil Knievel of today's. Come on, buddy. Come on, let's go. Come on, buddy. Go, 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 go. I'm working over here. Papa's working. Go. Come on. All right. The cat is out. We just got this guy. He doesn't know what's going on. So anyway, I'm going back to what we have to do. And shutting it down. This is vacuum now. It's shut off. So now I'm doing IZV. This is the internal circuit. ZV is the right down under there. This is essential locking. So this is more important than IZV. IZV is like internal locking, but this is how I can show you that the pump works both directions, backwards and forward. So because central locking, I can close it down by activating it. Okay, well, look at this guy. Yeah. Okay, fine. So now he knows. Anyway, here, central locking circuit. So it is now locked. I cannot unlock it because the micro switches inside the elements themselves are not in the right position, so it's just very difficult. Anyway, I mean, I know for a fact that this pump works good, so it's gonna be fine. So as you can see, now it's in lock position. I cannot activate it, but if I go like this, it activates. Oops, 1 second. Alright, it goes. And okay, it's already deactivated. Let me see. Terminal number 8. Okay, 8. And then we have 11. Okay, 11 and 8. Alright, so that's, again, this is like a code lock. You can't just, I mean, I'm trying to do this in a household conditions. So it's not like, the sequence is always the same. But you hear the different sound. See, I'm with my finger. Longer I hold it, more vacuum creates. and more pressure creates. So there's a switch, membrane switch, that goes up and down inside the pump behind this board. So it activates and deactivates. So I definitely know that this pump is gonna work, and that's all I wanted to show you, just so this pump is operational. It's a 500 SL early style, one of the first generation pumps, 4 ports. They actually had the one with only 2 ports. That was the super first generation. I don't know, like 89, 88, probably 89. But we never had these pumps in America. We had these style pumps in 90 and 91. But our European versions, some of them came with only 2 ports, just ZV and PU. The PU is for the orthopedic seats, so you might not have that feature. If you do, then it will work also, because the motor is the one that was at fault with this pump. Okay, well, I'm gonna pack it up and ready to be mailed out to you. So this was Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thanks for watching.